it comes to LeBron James, you start hating. That's how I feel. Because I feel like you more of an older generation type of dude. You like Michael Jordan, cool. But listen, every time when there's a debate going on with you and with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, you always got something to say about LBJ. And I'm here to say, bro, LeBron's better than Jordan. I said it. I said it, bro. I said it, bro.
Man, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you right now.
Bro,
first of all, don't you even think about it.
Leandro Barbosa.
Get him.
He's
What's
a
your
very
problem with
good
Leandro
player.
Barbosa? Because I ain't gonna lie, Steven. You when it comes to LeBron James, you start hating. That's how I feel. Because I feel like you more of an older generation type of dude. You like Michael Jordan, cool. But listen, every time when there's a debate going on with you and with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, you always got something to say about LBJ. And I'm here to say, bro, LeBron's better than Jordan. I said it. I said it, bro. I said it, bro.
Man, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you right now.
Bro,
first of all, don't you even think about it. Don't you even think about coming on this show with that guy. Don't you do it.
Michael Jordan ain't never had 50,000 points. Okay, let's talk about that real quick, okay?
He ain't played 25
LeBron
years.
James is 40 years old, and he's performing better than half of the people in the league right now. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Do you understand the greatness that's going on right now?
Hold on. This is the problem with the young whippersnappers like yourself. This is the problem, okay?
With the whippets?
LeBron James, we just started the show raving about his greatness, his unparalleled greatness, okay? And we give him all the credit in the world, and then some young whippersnapper like yourself will come on the show and go like this, you hating. It's like, wait a minute. I mean, y'all want us to give him a bib and an apron too? What do you want to do, give him a pacifier? I mean, damn. The man, we got the man as one of the greatest players ever. What's the problem?
Let me go ahead and ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Can you hoop, though?
Oh, shit.
Can you hoop? Can you get on that coin ball out? That's what they talk about it. What's your stats for tonight?
You damn right. I tell you this much. With two jacked up knees, I could play better than you, bro. Come on now. Watch yourself now. I mean, that's number one. And yes, I can ball. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So why don't you play me? Play me.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, play me.
It's a challenge.
You need
I'm with it.
You need me to come with crutches? You need me to come with crutches? I mean, I got to handicap myself to some degree. I got to give you some kind of fair chance. You? Come on, man. Stop that. You really
played in the All-Star game. How would you grade your performance in the All-Star game? You played 20, 25
We're not
games,
having this discussion.
Yes, 2024 of the All-Star game. I shot 100% from the field. Took one shot, got subbed out for the rest of the game. I don't know what was going on with Shannon. I'm not even about to go over there with Shannon.
Oh, Shannon was your coach?
Shannon was the coach.
He benched you?
And we talked to the coaching staff. We got him right out of here. Okay? We couldn't get him another year.
So, Kai, then clearly they're sleeping on your athletic talent.
So now, Stephen A. Smith, he has been in a whole situation lately because he got pressed by LeBron James while he was courtside at a game. And that's the thing about Stephen A. Smith's job is that he talks about all these celebrities, athletes, basketball players mainly, right? And then he's going to go ahead and sit courtside and get pressed.
LeBron James was seen confronting and having some words for Stephen A. Smith during a timeout at the Lakers versus just there listening. But obviously, whoever filmed the video wasn't expecting LeBron to go up to Stephen A. Smith and have some... And I love how... Stephen A. Smith...
I want to see the long video, though, when he first got walked up on. Where's the original video? All right, hold up. Yo, if y'all up in here, man, hit the like button. I got 22 of y'all up in here, man. I got 7 likes. I would appreciate it if y'all could just show some love to the DaShmackHouse, man.
It's the DaShmackHouse.
Matter of fact, should we load up? Oh, yeah, we're about to load up in a minute. Hold on, is this a video? Yo, Steven, you should have pressed this nigga, man. You know he ain't gonna do nothing. I don't think he's crazy enough to crash out on like that.
LeBron James was caught on video.
I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
There's even chatter of Stephen A. running for...
Where's the actual press, man? We need the press video. Okay, so here's the press video. it seems like it was like a 3 seconds back and forth, man. It don't seem like it was nothing crazy, man. It don't seem like it was nothing too crazy. LeBron walked off. LeBron's not really gonna do too much, man. He not about to crash out, man. I don't see LeBron crashing out like that. He's just mad, you know. He try to tell this man like, "Yo, listen, man, stop talking." Supposedly he was telling him, "Stop, keep my son out of this shit." Damn. I think Stephen A. Smith did respond.
Welcome into First Take on this Feel Good Friday. Thank you for being with us. Obviously, Stephen A.
This thing is number 5 on trending. This shit is viral right now.
An incredible game last night in LA. You were in the building, and we'll get to what that means for the Lakers and Knicks in just a moment. But S.A., there was a moment in the game that we want to address.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say.
Oh, why he's shoving his shoulders like that? You know when they shoving their shoulders, he trying to be like, yo, I'm tough.
About his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
Smart man by not saying what LeBron said, right? Because he could get sued for that.
And the reason why is because
nobody heard it.
It was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard.
Okay.
By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son.
Okay.
And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to.
He probably was having a bad game and he seen you on the side of the court, bro. That's what it was, man.
Called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me. But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said,
Stop copping, please, my boy. Just stand on that shit, man. Stand on that shit, bro.
I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him. I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad, because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James because of his dad. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in.
Hey, man.
That's where I was coming from.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But either way, man, whether it is what it is, that's how you feel. But just think about where LeBron is taking his son. He's taking his son to the next level. Like, think about how young he is and how advanced he is in life. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It's pressure. But, yo, that's what a father's supposed to do. That's what a parent's supposed to do. Put that pressure. You feel me? That's what I think.
I could be a bit more outspoken about it, but to be quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of 2 daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, and to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son. It was almost as if he was saying, you know, you and I, because he and I don't necessarily vibe, it's high and by, we keep it moving. Neither of us lose sleep over it. And it's been that way for years. But it was like he was saying, keep that between me and you. Almost as if he was thinking that anything that I said about Bronny was a result of him. And in that situation, again, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was really, really talking about him because of the position that Bronny was in. But I really understood where he was coming from. He was very, very upset. I could tell. He could have called me. I'd have came to see him. I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face-to-face, man-to-man, as opposed to being courtside of the game.
Catch you slipping.
I had no idea that everybody saw it until I woke up this morning. But it is what it is. In the end, like I said, you know, I as a father, I get it. I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. I don't have any animosity or animus towards LeBron James for this. Nothing like that. I don't think he cares, but neither do I. I'm just stating fact. None of that exists. If I was in his position, I can't definitively say I would not have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming him one bit. I get it. I understand it. And there's a part of me that aches and hurts because of it. But unlike a whole bunch of people with their podcast and beyond that talk about the NBA, I covered the NBA. And it's my job to talk about the subjects and the subject matters that matter. I work for ESPN. I'm here. We have the #1 morning show for the last 13 years and counting. God has blessed us with that. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of stories that are there to be told.
Stephen A. Smith.
And
That's
I
what you
just
gotta
feel
do,
it's necessary
man.
to remind people, Molly, I was raised as a journalist. Let's be very, very clear about what that means. I'm not one of those that get into people's private affairs. But what you do on a public platform for public consumption That's what I cover. That's what I do for a living. And if you're in the NBA, that applies to you. I don't want enemies. I live a very good life. I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time and all of that other stuff. But I also get paid to call it like I see it. And what I said at the time, I stand by what I said.
There you go.
It wasn't even any reporting. The facts were out there.
Talk your shit.
And what I was saying about LeBron is fact-based because of what he said and the
Talk
things that
your
he
shit.
said leading up
Yes.
to his son getting drafted and ultimately being in the NBA on the same team as him, as opposed to being a Boston Celtics or Golden State Warrior. There is no way around that. And when you are born and raised as a journalist, not born and raised, but when you're raised as a journalist professionally, you don't want enemies, but you ain't paid to make friends. You got to call it like you see it. And that's what I did. So again,
Talk
in
your
closing, I
shit.
just want to say, I'm not upset. I don't care. I wish that it wasn't in that kind of atmosphere. I wish it was in a private setting.
Yep.
I don't blame LeBron James for being upset. I don't blame him for being angry. I don't blame him for wanting to confront me, because that wasn't a superstar basketball player that confronted me. He played like one again last night, which just reminds you of his focus and his greatness.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a basketball player that approached me last night.
Let's get
that was
into
a daddy.
What happened
I
on the court.
understand.
And Stephen A.
Daddy.
I appreciate you putting yourself in his shoes.
All right. Yeah, at least he sort of stood on that. You know what I mean?